miracle seems. Miracle seems.
We keep having all these problems. How we gonna solve them? Every day it's the same thing. All these unsolved issues, I guess it's official. Here we go again, the same old thing. And I'm tired of the arguing and lying. So goodbye.
Good morning, everybody. It's your girl, Miracle Sims, and you're listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. It is May the 2nd, 2024, and today the topic is giving up. So, elephant in the room, y'all see that your girl has a brand new theme song. It's an oldie but goodie, honestly. It's not that quote unquote new. It's one of my songs. You may be wondering why you switch it up. Well, because listen, YouTube was like you whatever they was trying to say about monetization and whatnot, because we're using the previous theme. So I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna switch it then, and I'll use my song, so I know I ain't gonna have no issues with that.
Juice. This
Yes,
is still the
it's
juice.
still the juice. Tell them, son. Yes.
This is still the juice, but my mommy's not gonna do a daily dose of inspiration, the juice. She's not gonna do that anymore.
Not that song. They never did get a chance to hear the way we used to do it, but anytime we had the previous song, you know, I would just kind of do this little rap chant thing. They would do it with me and all of that. But yeah, switched up the song because of the monetization. And they're saying that we're using someone's song without permission or whatever the case may be. So to eliminate that, I switched it up on both sides. So yeah, y'all can let me know what y'all think of that. I mean, hey man, look, it's new, doing something different in 2024 anyway. So I guess this is another different / new thing. So NJ, I need you to go so I can focus, so I can go ahead and get the people the juice. All right. So I'm gonna see you later. All right.
Oh, a quarter.
NJ.
Oh, that's I forgot.
All right. So friends, yes, your girl is recording rather early for me lately. I mean, you know, I've been kind of slacking lately. So it's still after 6, so it's not back to my normal time yet, but kinda. And I got some juice this morning. So well, I didn't tell y'all about yesterday. Not too much report from yesterday. Highlights from yesterday is me and the family went on a little walk. We grabbed lunch, and then I went to help out a homegirl, and that was the main things that happened yesterday. Those were the main highlights. You know, I guess I had a lot of things on my heart and mind this morning. One is, you guys know about a little frustration with people, like when people don't tell you what happened to somebody and somebody passes away, you're like, what happened? Like, what happened? And I already told my family, and I done told y'all already as well. Whenever or if ever, whatever something happened to me, I done told the people to tell y'all what happened, so y'all don't have to worry and be like, what happened to Miracle? Because that's one of the most frustrating things, man, because you care about people and you be like, man, what happened? Like, were they sick? Like, were they, you know, whatever. And I know you can't do anything about it, but anyway, that was on my heart and mind this morning, thinking about my coworker. And I have no clue, again, like what it could have been. I know that she, when we talked, she was having some back issues and things of that nature, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I guess with that on my mind, as well as just life stuff, I guess I was just acknowledging that sometimes we get in these routines, right? And I know I'm kind of guilty of this at the same time as well. You know, I've been kind of thinking about, like, one thing I love about the International Dream Team is that, you know, I know that things is going and flowing, right? For example, I know the newsletter is going to come out every week because of Elizabeth. So shout out to Elizabeth. I know that the talk show is going to come out every Friday because Sammy's on it. You know what I mean? Like, I do my part to make sure we still have content going and flowing so they can do their parts. And it's become so routine now where it's like, you know, sometimes a lot of stuff is happening without me. You know what I mean? And then sometimes I'm like, oh, let me make sure I send this or that. Sometimes I do it at a particular time, but if I forget to do it at a particular time, you know, when I remember, I'm like, oh, this might throw off their routine. So sometimes I guess routine can be good, right? But then there's other times where it feels just like mundane, you know what I mean? And it's just like oh, I'm doing this again, or oh, I'm going to work again. And sometimes people that live life like that, it can get a bit much sometimes, because either we like, it depends on the type of person you are. Like if you're somebody that likes routine and likes doing the same thing all the time, then you might be fine with stuff like that. But then if you're somebody that likes the little spark, like something a little different, things like that, then it could be a little bit like draining to get in a routine situation. And so with that being said, there's a lot of reasons why people quote unquote give up, right? And it could be about anything, right? We give up on life, we give up on family, we give up on friends, things of that nature. And I think also because I was reflecting on some conversations I've been having with some different friends and whatnot, knowing that, sometimes it don't even be us in our situation. It can be, again, the enemy and what he's doing in our minds as well that can get us on this path of wanting to give up, right? Give up on life, give up on, again, give up on the Lord, and because sometimes, again, we feel like, is it worth it and stuff like that. I mean, because when we're living our life and they say we're in a down season, whatever case may be, depending on your heart and mind will determine, again, how you handle it. I believe, again, being a believer and things like that, that does shift your heart and mind towards focusing on the Lord versus focusing on your own opinions about what's going on in your life. But again, that can be a task, you know what I'm saying? That can be a hard thing to do, especially when you are, again, either going through a routine and it's happening over and over again, or on the flip side, again, the enemy is just really attacking your heart and mind. And so I guess it's somebody that's kind of had a little taste of both things over the past few months, and I've been open and honest with you guys about those different things. I just kind of wanted to address this, just in case anybody is at the point where they feel like they are ready to give up. Hopefully today's juice will encourage you and inspire you with that. So let me go ahead and share with these verses that stood out to me. Galatians 6:9 says, and let us not grow weary in doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up. So, I mean, honestly, there's no excuse for giving up. I mean, I know that this might be Pope, but anybody that has had like suicidal ideation and things of that nature, definitely I feel for you. I don't want what I say next to be taken like I don't have empathy or something like that. I'm just sharing. I just wanted to share that I came across some verses that like seem to address that directly. And they seem to be a little bit harsh in a way, or said a little bit harsh in regards to, I know one verse I came across this morning was talking about, why should you, I'll just say the nice part. The nice part of it was like, why should you die before your time or something like that. But the rest of that verse is kind of like a little bit, little bit of pulp, a little testy with that particular person. But again, I don't know, like, where we all are in life, but sometimes, again, we get to the point of giving up that we are comfortable, or the idea of us giving up on our life becomes an option for people. And and because we're just so either bogged down by what we're currently going through, or we let that thing control our minds and our things of that nature. And so what I hope is that, again, we don't lean into that, don't lean onto your own understanding. This is why we should be, again, submitting our hearts and minds to the Lord, and taking on the mind of Christ more so than the mind of our flesh. Let me give a shout out to Grandma. Yes, my mama is tuning in live. She says good morning. So good morning to Mama. And then she also said that was her favorite scripture. So all right, listen, look. Come through. Let me give you guys another one. 2 Chronicles 15:7. It says, but you take courage. Do not let your hands be weak, for your work shall be rewarded. Again, this is two promises here, man. If you really look at it, it said, if you don't give up, you're going to reap. So don't go weary in doing good. And then the second one here is telling us, again, that you're going to be rewarded. So at the end of the day, again, if you push through, if you keep going, if you don't give up, there is fruit, right? There is blessings around the corner. But a lot of times, again, we just so focused on where we are right now that we lose sight of, again, what God can do, and or the possibilities of what God can do. So again, I hope that this encourages us and inspires us to keep going. Just make it another day. Focus on today. Like I talked about that a few days ago. Focus on today and take each day one day at a time. And then you'll start to see again things shift and change. I just told you guys yesterday that I felt like things have shifted, in my own life. Because again, I felt like there was this little season of the past few months has been a little dark, you know what I mean? A lot of different frustrations and temptations and all kinds of things on every side, right? But then now, I can't say that I'm in that same headspace, and so that's the thing. What if I had stayed in, my heart and mind stayed in that oh woe is me, or that down part of my journey for the first part of 2024? Like if I had stayed, my mindset stayed there, and I gave up, would I be here today, sharing and trying to share hope and things of that nature? Like, would I have any hope at all? Like, would I see any of the blessings that God is doing with me, for me, and through me if I had have given up? Like, so, again, I hope this encourages and inspires us to keep going. I got one more verse, y'all. It's 1 Corinthians 16:13. It says, "Be watchful, stand firm in the faith, act like men, be strong." Yeah, I mean, this is what we got to do. If you don't know again what to do, this just gave like a prime example. It says stand firm in the faith. Again, focus on what the truth is. Focus on, again, the things of God versus the things on earth. And then, it also tells us to act like men. What are men supposed to be? They're supposed to be strong. They're supposed to be brave. They're supposed to be valiant and all these different things. And so, let's focus on doing that. And then again, you'll start to see fruit. But again, I think sometimes we just stay in that that woe is me, and things are never going to be better. Like if you keep proclaiming that over you and your life, then that's what it's going to be. I do have another verse. I thought that was the last one, but I got one more for you guys. It's Matthew 11:28. It says, "Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." At the end of the day, we can cast our cares to the Lord, and He can be the one to help us get to that next level, help us to push through and to not give up. I came across this image this morning that was it was like a cartoon image, and it was like on one side of the image, it was like a door, and in between the door there was Jesus on one side and a person on the other side. The person was saying, "Oh, I'm tired of my life," and then Jesus was on the other side saying, "I will give you my life." So, I mean, this is what He's here to do. This is what He came to do. He made a way for each and every one of us, so we don't have to, be a quote unquote slave to sin and then die in that, and things of that nature. He gave us again life and life more abundantly. And so, don't give up, friend. At the end of the day, if you don't hear anything else I said this morning, I hope this encourages you and inspires you to not give up. Make it another day, push through. And yeah, that's ultimately the juice this morning. Now, here is the Bible verse of today. It's Colossians 4:2. It says, "Continue in prayer and watch in the same with thanksgiving." Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice.
And Mama,
I pray you
you're
guys
not
can-
supposed to say that because you have a different song.
Sorry about that, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day, y'all. And I look forward to talking to y'all tomorrow if the Lord's will. Bye-bye.
I already did that.
And there you go. Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, anybody listening to the sound of my voice. Hope that you all are encouraged and inspired. Thank you so much for listening, watching, subscribing, and sharing. All those wonderful things. What you got to say, NJ, since you're being very disruptive. It's your time now. This is your time.
I love you, everyone.
Oh, well, we love you too, kid. They can't see you. The camera's right here. Oh, goodness. All right, you guys. Yep, today's Thursday, so I gotta go to work, but I think stop it. Leave the camera alone. So I have a few hours before I have to get ready, so maybe I can chill out for a second. But yeah. All right, y'all have a wonderful Thursday, and I look forward to talking to y'all tomorrow. If the Lord's will. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, goodness, you're doing too much, kid. It's not going.